What a peaceful day. Glenn and Andy are out again. I've finished the housework. Now I'll take a break.
What? Who's playing the music? It's coming from Ella's house.
Ella and Evie. What are those two doing again? Don't they want to give me a rest?
Mrs. Miley? What's wrong?
Why are you playing such loud music in the morning?
Mrs. Miley. It's only 9 a.m. What's wrong with us playing music?
But I don't like that. I've been working too hard. Now I want to rest. You are playing the music so loudly. How am I supposed to rest? Don't play it again. Got it?
This woman! She is so troublesome. But Andy is very understanding. He's not as grumpy as Mrs. Miley. Dear audiences, what do you all think? Andy is very well behaved. But Mrs. Miley is very annoying. They are mother and son. Why are they so different? Please share your thoughts in the comments. And if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up.
Mom, what do we do now? Dancing without music is so boring.
I don't know, Ella.
Mom, Mrs. Miley. She fainted in front of our house.
Oh my God! Let's go see her. If something happens to her, it will cause a lot of trouble.
Mrs. Miley, wake up. What's wrong with you? Mom, she's unconscious. Call an ambulance.
Where am I?
Mrs. Miley, you're awake. Why did you collapse in front of my house?
A car almost hit me. So I quickly dodged out of the way. Then I don't remember anything else.
Really? Who would do something like that?
Drive carefully, Jordan. We're on the run. We shouldn't make too much noise.
What bad luck! We were looking for Ella. But I almost ran into some old woman. The plan is now ruined.
Hopefully we haven't caused any trouble.
Mrs. Miley, are you all right? Do you need me to call Andy?
Andy. Who is that?
Mrs. Miley, Andy is your son.
Do I have a son? Why don't I remember that? Who are you two? And who am I?
Ella. It seems she's lost her memory. Could it be due to the fall?
Mrs. Miley. Try to remember. You came to my house because you were bothered by the music.
I remember now. I came here for something. It involves a little girl. Her name is Ella. She did something that made me angry.
All she remembers is scolding us. What a strange person. Unlike me. I always love you, Ella.
You scolded me a lot, Mom.
I remember now. Ella. That's my daughter. I'm annoyed with her about something. So I scolded her. That's right. I scolded my daughter, Ella.
Mrs. Miley. You're mistaken. Andy is your son. I'm just a neighbor.
I remember. You're my daughter, Ella. If so, who is this person?
Mrs. Miley becomes Ella's mother.
Who are you? Why are you in my house? What do you want from my daughter?
What?
Mom. It seems like for some reason, she only remembers me. She thinks I'm her daughter.
Let's talk later, Ella. Do something first. Her gaze frightened me.
Mrs. Miley. I'm not your daughter. You have a son. That's Andy. I will call him.
No. My child is a girl. Her name is Ella. It's you. But who is this woman? She definitely has bad intentions.
Mrs. Miley. I am Ella's mother.
I don't believe it. I'm Ella's mother. You're an imposter. You want to harm Ella. I will kick you out of here.
What?
Get lost, imposter. Don't ever come here again.
Hey, Mrs. Miley. This is my house. Why did you kick me out?
It's done. You don't need to be afraid anymore. Ella. You are my daughter. I will protect you.
Mrs. Miley. You're not my mother. You just kicked my mom out. Please wake up, Mrs. Miley.
Poor you, Ella. You've been tricked by that imposter. But don't worry. I will take good care of you. I will cook something for you.
Oh my God! Mrs. Miley lost her memory. She thinks she's my mom. She even chased my mom away. What should I do?
Ella! Open the door for me.
I'm coming now, Mom. Mom. What should we do? Mrs. Miley doesn't remember anything anymore. All she knows is that I am her daughter.
I don't know, Ella. We have to call Andy and Mr. Glenn. Tell them to take her home. She was terrifying just now.
I know, Mom. I'll call right away.
Ella, what would you like for lunch? You imposter. How did you get in here? Did you dare break into my house? And then you take Ella away? You're making faults.
Mrs. Miley. But... Hey, Mrs. Miley. Did you kick me out again? You have no right to do that. This is my house.
Ella, if you see her again, please call the police. She will definitely come back.
I understand. Mom. Please go somewhere else for now. I'll find a way to help Mrs. Miley remember. Mom. Please call Andy and Mr. Glenn.
I know, Ella.
What should I do? I've never encountered this before.
Ella,
What's wrong, Mrs. Miley?
it's not lunchtime yet. So go do your homework. I will check later.
Mrs. Miley. I don't have homework today.
You have to do it, Ella. I will give you more homework. I remember. You are terrible at math. So I will help you become better at it. Hurry up.
I know, Mrs. Miley.
Oh my God, Ella! You got everything wrong! How could you be so bad?
Your homework is too difficult, Mrs. Miley. I can't do it.
You have to do it again. You used to be a good student. It wasn't like it is now.
Mrs. Miley. I'm not your son. You've mistaken me for Andy.
Stop talking, Ella. Just do it again. If you don't finish it, you will do housework. Do it now.
Mrs. Miley, can I go to the restroom?
You can't. You haven't finished your homework yet.
But Mrs. Miley, I've been holding it in for a while now. I can't hold it in any longer.
You have to endure it. You must be disciplined. Otherwise, you will never get any better.
I can't take it anymore. I'm sorry, Mrs. Miley.
What? Ella, did you just fart? Oh my God! It stinks!
I'm sorry, Mrs. Miley. But because you didn't let me go to the restroom.
Wait! I remember everything now. I was planning to rest, but Ella and Evie bothered me. So I went to complain. Then I fell. And I didn't remember anything afterwards. But now I remember.
Mrs. Miley, do you remember everything? That's great. I didn't think the smell of fart would help you remember.
What? Did you fart? Oh my God! I have to get out of here.
Ella, does Mrs. Miley remember everything now? How did you do that?
I was just farting. I didn't think she'd remember.
Ella, after what happened today, we shouldn't go to Andy's house anymore. Mrs. Miley is too dangerous. We shouldn't go near her.
Mom, I still want to go out with Andy.
But
Ella, how could she be so rude? She farted in front of me. I even called her my daughter. How could I be so careless?
Mom, while you were losing memory, Ella took care of you. Please don't be angry with Ella anymore.
No. Ella is a naughty girl. She farted in front of me.
Mom, that's just one of Ella's weaknesses. We can overlook that. More importantly, Ella is a good girl. You can ask the audiences. Dear audiences, do you all agree? Ella is a good girl. But my mother hates her. Farting is just one of her weaknesses. Nobody's perfect. Why can't my mom understand? Please share your thoughts in the comments. Mom, You shouldn't be so strict.
Andy! He dared to disobey me. Because of Ella.
It's all her fault.
Glenn! When will our house be finished being repaired? I'm so fed up with being here.
What are the reasons why Mrs. Miley became Ella's mother? Please choose 2 suitable answers and comment below this video.
If you like my channel, you can subscribe to watch more videos about my stories. Thank you very much.